I know when I go back to New Jersey, like I love my family. I see them, you know, as much as I can. I don't like to go back to New Jersey to see them. I just took my parents on a 10-day trip to Tokyo. I'm like, hey, like meet me in Tokyo. I took them on a trip to Dubai. I'm like, meet me in Dubai. Like I'll fly you out. I'll take you on this trip. I don't want to go back to small town New Jersey because I could feel it immediately. Like I go back to my childhood home, I go back to my town, I drive around, I see the same person working at the Starbucks. I see the same person working at the bagel shop that was working there when I was in high school. And so for me, it's like you almost get comfortable, you get sucked back into this comfort and you're like, okay, well, I'm doing better than everybody else. Like there's no urge, there's no urgency, like there's no, I need to go do more. Like here in Miami, I see the nicer cars, I see the nicer houses, I see people making more money than me, and I'm like, I have something to chase.
I haven't done one of these in a while, actually a very long while. And what we're doing today, we're doing an interview, but what I'm talking about specifically is a plant-based dude interview. I haven't done a plant-based dude interview in a very long time, which makes me excited that we're gonna do a brand new one today with an amazing guest. And this guest is not only a top leader in a $1 trillion industry, she's the youngest managing partner in the space. We're gonna talk to her about how she got into the insurance space. What are some of the intangibles that made her a leader? Why is it one of the best spaces to get into? And we're gonna do this while we find something plant-based, right? So you guys tap in, stay in, lock in for this entire episode. You're not gonna want to miss my interview with Miss Jessica Chang, all right? Let's get to it. Yo, I think, oh man, she brought the car out. What's up, y'all? So look, Jessica Chang is literally over there. She brought out the Lamborghini. She got the Huracan literally right there. So I'm gonna walk up on her. I'm gonna see if she'll let us get this interview real quick. And then we're just gonna see what happens. Yo, is that Jessica Chang? What's up? How you doing? What are you doing just kind of like sitting here?
Well, I was actually looking up directions to get to this matcha place.
Oh, you like matcha?
Yeah, I love matcha.
I like matcha too. All right, so you're gonna have to maybe take me to get some matcha.
Let's do it.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
So my plan is this then. I was gonna see if you'd be down for an interview.
Okay.
But since you're about to grab some matcha, maybe we can do a matcha talk.
We'll do a
That's
matcha
cool?
talk. I love my matcha talks.
I bet.
Let's do it.
All right. So listen, we about to go get some matcha, and I'm gonna jump in the car, and we're gonna go from there. Let's get it. All right. So what made you get into business?
Into sales, into entrepreneurship?
100%.
Well,
Like why not work for someone?
I grew up in a small town in New Jersey, and everybody worked a 9 to 5. Like a lot of doctors, some lawyers, and a lot of people that were just working for other people. And when I looked around at all of my friends' moms and dads, and even looking at my own parents, I just did not want that life. I wanted just so much more. And I wanted freedom. I wanted freedom in my money. I wanted to travel. And I didn't see that in anybody's lives. So I said, well, the 9 to 5 is definitely not it, because I don't see anyone working a 9 to 5 that has the life that I want.
So you come from like a traditional Asian household?
So Asian, so traditional.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they weren't all like supporting that idea.
Doctor, lawyer, and that was it. Those are 2 options.
So how did you kind of like abort that mission?
Well, I didn't really plan to abort it. I went to school. I went to Rutgers. I did my undergrad. Started out as pre-med, planned to become a doctor. Realized I absolutely hated that.
You're going to go straight.
I'm going to go straight. Okay, straight.
We're going to go to the main road.
I realized I absolutely hated that. And then I switched to political science to go to law school. And during that time, I got into sales completely by accident. First, I got into sales as a realtor at 18. And then completely by accident, I got into insurance at 19, 20 years old. Started selling, started making a lot of money while I was in school. And then after college, I decided, I'm going to just give it my all for a year and decide what I was going to do. And in that 1 year, I made more money than most lawyers do. So I just decided to go all into sales. And from there, the rest is history.
So does sales seem natural to you? Because most people are afraid of sales.
If you met me in high school and I told you I would be in sales, everybody would have laughed at me. I was so quiet. I had no friends. I was bad at talking to people, bad at networking. I was just really awkward, really shy, soft-spoken. And then when I got to college, I decided I want to reinvent myself. I didn't like the version of me that I was in high school. I wasn't confident. I didn't speak my mind. And once I got to college, I forced myself to get out there. I rushed a sorority, joined a sorority, started networking, started making a lot of friends. And then from there, I just forced myself to get really good at sales.
Got you. All right, so talk to me a little bit about like getting into a sorority,
Okay.
and then like you mentioned reinventing yourself.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
Well, everything is just in your mind. Whoever you decide to become, if you just intentionally act like that person, you can become that person. So for me, I wanted to be really confident. I wanted to get out there. I want to be uncomfortable. So I forced myself to go rush a sorority because I was really awkward, did not know how to make friends, really soft-spoken, not super confident, wanted to get into sales, wanted to get out there, meet people, learn how to network. So I rushed a sorority, which when you rush a sorority, you literally have to sell yourself. Like, why should you be chosen to be one of the sisters in the sorority? And that's the whole thing. Like, I got so uncomfortable. I got out there, met other girls, and just basically had to sell myself.
Was that difficult for you?
Yeah, it was. It was so difficult. But, you know, what's more difficult is staying exactly where you are. Like, I wasn't happy with who I was. So I just forced myself to get uncomfortable and said, you know what? Like, what should I do? Like, just be personable, ask people questions about them, you know, and then see how other people act. Like, how do they respond? And based off of the responses, that's how I would change how I would act. And that's really all that sales is. You know, whatever you do, like whoever you meet networking, it's all sales. You're selling the best version of you.
So what were some of the initial challenges, right? So you got into sales. So it was first real estate, right?
Yeah.
So you got into real estate. And then what didn't you like about real estate that made you transition to life insurance?
Well, real estate was a tough one. A lot of it was mental for me. So I got into real estate at 18 years old, and knowing that I was really young, I didn't think people would take me seriously. And I think that transferred into how people felt when I would speak to them. So that was a bit of a learning curve for me. So I just had to act really, really confident. And like you, even if it's like your very first client you're working with, like I did not let them know that it was my very first one. Like they thought I have had years of experience prior to that, and I never, ever disclosed my age. Like nobody even asked. Like people don't ask; it's in your mind. Now, in addition to that, another challenge, and the reason why I transitioned over to insurance is because the sale time was so long. Like you can spend months showing somebody a home and then losing the deal.
That's a fact. I've been there. I used to be in real estate myself.
Yeah.
So I've been there. I remember doing the deal. It took us like almost 7 months to do it.
Yeah.
We got to the table, and then the seller never showed up.
Dang.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
worst.
It was crazy. So
Air's
yeah.
going crazy. I don't roll up the windows.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's fine. Okay. I mean, it still looks good. So what were some of the goals that you had initially when you got into the space?
Honestly, my initial goal when I got into sales was just have enough money to be able to pay my rent in college, and then pay my car, and then be able to have an extra, a couple $100 to spend at the bars.
Was that difficult? No.
Like, to pay my rent, it was my rent in college. I think it was like $750 a month. So that was one deal. That was one sale.
Yeah.
That would take me 45 minutes. And then my car was a little bit more. I ended up buying an Audi A6 when I was in college. So that was like, I think it was like $1,500. So that's like, in my mind, like girl math, I'm like, that's two deals. Make two sales, pay for the car, make another sale, pay for the insurance. And then one more sale, and I had a couple extra $100 that I could go spend at the bars.
So what were some of the toughest challenges, right, when you start to explain life insurance? Because I feel like people, for the most part, they're kind of like adverse to it. They feel like, I'm not dying, I don't need it right now, or whatever the case may be. So what has that been like?
Selling life insurance?
Yeah.
When I started at 19 years old, like when I was recruited into selling life insurance, I'm like, do people even buy life insurance? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Because at 19, you're like, okay, I know I need car insurance. I know I need, medical insurance, but do people actually purchase life insurance? And then for me, I was just like, okay, well, got into a couple of sits, got into a couple of sales. And then I listened to people's stories. And then while you're in there, you hear how passionate people are about life insurance that have had a payout. If you've ever had somebody that they lost a loved one and life insurance saved their life, they were able to keep the house, they were able to pay the bills, they were able to cover the funeral expenses because they purchased life insurance. When you hear the way that they talk about how much they believe in life insurance, there's no way that you don't believe in it yourself. And so since I've been with the company, I think I've processed in the insurance industry I think around like 16 or 17 death claims from personal sales that I've made.
Yeah.
And knowing that, it's like, okay, well, imagine if I didn't make that sale.
Yeah, you're really like making an impact for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I need to lift.
So what are some of the objections you hear when people talk about, you know, I don't think I need life insurance?
There's so many objections. There's people that are like, oh, I'm still young. I don't plan on dying anytime soon. Or you have people that are like, well, when I'm dead, I'm dead. Like, my family will figure it out. I don't care.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. That is a crazy thing. I have the best response. It's funny because usually I'll just go straight to, oh, okay, Brendan, I must have been mistaken. You know, most families I sit with, they just really care about their family. I thought you did too.
Yeah, yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, no, I do care. I'm like, okay, well, if you do care, say you died tomorrow, what is going to happen to your family
100%.
if you don't have this? What if you did die? Like, who's going to pay for the funeral expenses? I don't imagine, you know, your wife, your kids, like, do they have $20,000-$30,000 sitting in a shoebox in the back of the closet, like waiting to pay for your funeral expense? Or let me ask you, like, is your plan for the kids to go to college? It is. Okay, well, like, what is the plan? Say you died tomorrow, like, who's going to pay for the college? How are they going to go to school? Or what about the house? Like, who's going to pay for the home? How are they going to keep the home? And the goal of it is, you know, I don't like to be pushy with people when it comes to insurance. I want them to come to the conclusion. That's all sales. Yeah. You want them to come to the conclusion. You want to create so much pain in not having what you're offering that they buy what you are offering. So like the pain of not having life insurance, like if you did die, should outweigh the cost of, you know, $150 a month.
Did you have life insurance in your family growing up? Like, did your mom and dad have it?
They had it through work. But no, like they didn't have individual life insurance policies. Like they didn't think about it either. And the crazy statistic is 75% of Americans do not have life insurance. But also 75% of Americans do not have $1,000 in their bank account.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
So it's like that same 75%. Okay, well, say you did die, what is your family going to do? Like you don't even have $1,000 in your bank account to cover regular bills. Most families are living paycheck to paycheck. Well, how can you afford to not have life insurance?
You can't.
You can't.
So would you say life insurance is expensive or can everyone afford it?
Well, it just depends, right? So life insurance, what you pay is based off of your age, your health, and your habits at the time of application. The younger you are, the cheaper life insurance is. The younger you are, the more likely you are able to qualify for it because you don't have all these crazy health issues yet. So if you've had cancer, if you've had a heart attack, your chances of qualifying for life insurance go down significantly. It's a risk to the insurance company, right? So the younger you do it, the more money you save and the more money your family gets.
Do you encourage your friends to get life insurance? Like, if you, like, let's say you're out and about and you got your friends around. Or maybe it's different now because I assume these are friends that you have for a little bit. But if you're in situations and people don't have life insurance, do you feel encouraged to like share it with them?
I mean, I think at this point everybody knows that I sell life insurance. I'm also not here to go and like push my friends and family members into a policy that they may not need or want. But I am a huge advocate on the importance of insurance. So if you're around me, you understand the importance of having life insurance. And so I'm not going to try and sell you, but most of the time my friends are like, actually, I want a policy because you've made such a good point. Like, I don't want to leave my family unprotected.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What about the different type of products? What type of products are in life insurance?
There's so many products out there. There's whole life, term life insurance. You're going to have like your IULs. You're going to have variable life insurance policies, accidental policies. There's a ton of different insurance policies. And that's why it's important to sit down with somebody that's licensed because you can figure out what insurance is best suited to what your family's needs are.
Is there like what's like a universal? Is there a universal product that would be good for most people? Like, what if someone doesn't have a lot of money but they need some coverage?
Well, if you don't have a lot of money and you need a lot of coverage, you can get a term policy. The downside of term is that you're only protected for a term period, like a certain period of time, like 10 years, 20 years. Now, what I think is a universally, like, in my opinion, the best product that everyone should have. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's a whole life product. It means you're covered for your whole life and your price never changes.
Gotcha.
Big face.
Yeah, Big Face Coffee. You been here before?
No, never.
You know, this is you went to Miami Heat game recently.
Yeah,
this is Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's spot.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matcha, right?
Matcha,
Okay. So you're gonna get iced or hot?
iced.
And okay, iced matcha,
Iced with
almond milk,
Yep.
sweeteners and no sweeteners.
If they have sugar free.
Okay.
If
So
not, I'll do maybe a little honey.
okay. So iced matcha, almond milk, a little bit of honey. I'm gonna get hot.
You're gonna get hot?
Yeah.
It is kind of cold
I
out.
feel like it's soothing.
You know what? I've never really liked a hot matcha.
Really?
No, always iced.
All right. Anything else?
No. I
Okay,
think
cool.
so.
We have oat and oat milk.
I'll do oat milk, iced matcha. Do you guys have any like sugar-free syrups?
We have stevia. We have like a stevia blend. Aside from that, we have like strawberry syrups and flavored syrups that are both cane sugar based and agave based.
Okay. Can I do strawberry and I'll do it agave based, and then I'll do it with the oat milk. And then can I also do that white hat, the one with the like smiley face?
It is iced.
Yeah, iced.
Give me 1 second. The syrups, they're both it's cane sugar and agave. So the drinks will come out that
Okay.
way. We'll help you right in a second for
Awesome.
the hat.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you. We can check over there. We want to check
Yeah,
out
let's do it.
the spot.
Oh yeah, this is cool.
Big ass
Look
latte.
at this thing.
And then that's really dope.
Yeah. Big face for a small world. I like that. That's cute. How's the hat looking?
Nah, it looks good.
Looks good?
Yeah. We back on?
Big face coffee. Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. You very on brand now. So this one's yours. Oh, you got the top already?
All
I
right.
gotta learn how to do this.
It's a lot harder than you think. I've
Yeah.
tried to, and it just turns out to be a blob. All right. All right. Let's do it.
All right, so we are at Big Face.
Big face. Big face.
Big Face, yep. So you got what you
An iced matcha
got? Iced matcha
with oat milk.
I got non-iced matcha with oat milk.
Hot matcha.
Yeah, hot matcha.
I do like the cup.
You know, cup
Cheers.
fly. How's your taste?
It's good.
Yeah.
I like it. It's sometimes places make the matcha a little bit too watered down where you can't taste the tea, and you can taste it in this, and I like it. I didn't do any sweetener, so I could just actually taste it.
I just got some honey, so the honey actually tastes pretty good. I can taste the hint of the honey.
Yeah. Solid matcha.
So do you it's like matcha a thing? Because matcha's kind of popular right now.
It is so popular. I actually just got back from Japan. I was in Japan for like 10 days.
Mhm.
Everything's matcha, like anything you can imagine. Matcha Kit Kats, matcha ice cream, matcha everything. Like everything's matcha.
Nice, nice. So, what would you rate this matcha? Like 1 to 10?
I would say like an 8.5.
So you had some better?
I've had better. I've had Japanese matcha. It just has this like earthy like tea flavor that is. I just haven't had matcha like that here in the U.S.
So we'll have to try another matcha spot then.
We'll try another one. All
right, so talk to me about like your successes since you've been an entrepreneur and since you've been in this particular space. What has your life been like?
My life has been a roller coaster, to say the least. In the last 8 or 9 years, I've moved 11 times. I've lived in 4 different states. New friends, new networks, a lot of really uncomfortable situations. But the success has been really, really good. I think it's always just forced me to grow. And for me, I've never been complacent. So every single time I hit a new level, I'm like, okay, well, what's next? So that's what I love about it. I'm never happy with where I'm at.
So all the 11 times that you moved, was it all to grow, or was it for work or combinations?
It was a combination of everything. The biggest move, the state to state moves were mostly to get uncomfortable. So I was in New Jersey, grew up in New Jersey, went to school in New Jersey. Then the big move between New Jersey to California, I was still working for the same company, but it was a new environment. I went to the number one office within my company, and I also just needed to get out of New Jersey. Like that's like what I tell every single person. If you want to be successful, move out of your hometown, move out of your home state. If you're just in the same environment you grew up with the same people, you will not grow. Like you will not grow there. So I moved from New Jersey to California. I was out in California for about 5 months. Then did really well in my company. They gave me an office. I opened up an office up in Seattle, Washington. That was a really big move. Never went to the state of Washington before. Was out there for about 4.5 years, and then within California, New Jersey, Seattle, I've moved a couple of times too, and then from Seattle to Florida, that was more just I wanted to be in Florida. My business went virtual. I love Florida. I love the people. U.S. like Florida is the best state. I will argue that till the death of me.
I would agree. I mean, I had a similar path. I moved to two different states, but moving from LA to Miami, that was a no-brainer. My life has never been the same since. And I would say, like, I would agree. I think Florida has a lot of different options. Like, you don't necessarily have to be in Miami per se,
No.
but like even if you're like Central Florida or even
Yeah.
other Florida,
Or like Tampa or Orlando.
It's a really good city, and there's way more going on than obviously Miami.
Yeah.
And there's a lot for you to get into. And I think the way that the state is ran is pretty good too.
Yeah. I love the weather. I love the people. I grew up in a really cold state in the wintertime. Like it snows, it's not comfortable. And then in Seattle, it rains 9 months out of the year. So Florida, it's like you wake up, it's sunny. I mean, today it feels like winter. It's like 50 degrees out and gloomy. But every other day, it's like 80 degrees, sunny, especially in the wintertime here. It's no humidity. It doesn't rain really often. You're so close to everything. You know, you have the ocean, you have like a major airport where you can fly to pretty much anywhere. And then you have the Bahamas that are really close. Costa Rica. I love Costa Rica. That's 2.5 hours away. Honestly, I don't think there's a better place to be.
So what are some of the things that helped you grow? It kind of seems like moving around hasn't been that difficult. Like you're open for change, open for growth. You're gonna kind of like move where there's opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So has any of that been difficult for you at all, or do you like, you know what, I'm doing this, I'm just gonna go for it?
I think the reason for the moves, a lot of it, and it maybe is not my intention at the time, but all the moves forced me to get really uncomfortable. Because if you grow up somewhere, you know, like I did, and I go home to New Jersey not very often, my high school friends are still there, same town, working the same jobs. College friends still there, same town, same jobs. So you don't grow in that type of environment. So I removed myself. I went to California, and that was scary to be in a state where if something happened, you don't have your family there. You don't have the safety net. You don't have like what's comfortable for you. You have to go and learn how to make new friends in a new environment with different people. You have to, you know, like live in a state that is uncomfortable. Like you're not used to it. So for me, the moves definitely made me uncomfortable. I thrive in discomfort. Like it doesn't feel good in the moment, but looking back, the most uncomfortable moments of my life were where I had the most growth in my life.
Do you have like a plan for you to grow? So if somebody's watching right now, they're like, yo, like I would love to do what she's doing, but I don't have the confidence. I don't really feel comfortable. Like what are some of the things that you've done that you can share with somebody to help them grow?
Number one, find a good mentor. I had some really incredible mentors in my life. Between mentors in real estate, mentors in insurance, mentors in entrepreneurship, you have to find people that have done it. Because the reason a lot of people quit is not going to be, that they can't do it. It's a lot of the times mental. In entrepreneurship, in sales, starting a business, it's going to be mental. Either you got in your own head or somebody got into your head. So if you're not surrounded by people that are constantly there showing you that you can do it, that they've done it, that they can guide you, you're going to let that doubt creep in and eventually it will win. So the mentorship is the most important part because for me, I knew I wanted to do really big things. I knew I wanted to make really good money. So I just followed people that did it. And if every single day I'm listening to the person that drives the dream car I have or I want or lives in the dream house, that has the income, has the bank account, has the investments, has the family, I'm going to follow them. I'm not going to keep listening to the 99 other people in my ear, in my DMs, messaging me, telling me, what are you doing? Go back to school, come back to New Jersey, play it safe. I'm not going to listen to those 99 people. I'm going to listen to the one person that has the results that I want.
People ask you to come back to Jersey?
Sometimes. People are like, hey, just come home and visit. You
Yeah.
never come back home. And I'm like, hell no. Like, come visit me in Florida. I know when I go back to New Jersey, like, I love my family. I see them, as much as I can. I don't like to go back to New Jersey to see them. I just took my parents on a 10-day trip to Tokyo. I'm like, hey, like, meet me in Tokyo. I took them on a trip to Dubai. I'm like, meet me in Dubai. Like, I'll fly you out. I'll take you on this trip. I don't want to go back to small town New Jersey because I could feel it immediately. Like, I go back to my childhood home. I go back to my town. I drive around. I see the same person working at the Starbucks. I see the same person working at the bagel shop that was working there when I was in high school. And so for me, it's like you almost get comfortable. You get sucked back into this comfort and you're like, okay, well, I'm doing better than everybody else. Like, there's no urge. There's no urgency. Like, there's no, I need to go do more. Like, here in Miami, I see the nicer cars. I see the nicer houses. I see people making more money than me. And I'm like, I have something to chase. Going back home, I don't. It makes me really comfortable. So I don't like going back home.
That's one good thing about being in Miami, I feel like whatever may inspire you, it's like all around.
Yeah.
So if it's cars, if it's like even, let's say, being on the water, big boats, yachts.
Yeah.
Maybe you want a really nice space to live. Maybe you're trying to get in shape.
Yeah.
Just getting in shape. Just everyone out here is in shape. I feel like if I see someone that's not in shape, they visited.
Yeah.
Because if you live here, I think it's almost like a prerequisite that you in shape.
Absolutely. I mean, we met actually at the gym. We
yeah.
met at Boxer. And what I loved about that gym specifically, and a lot of the Miami gyms, it is the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you see people, everybody's energized, like they're in their 7 a.m. Everybody looks great. They're like super focused. They're not like on their phones the entire time. And then, compared to, like, say you go into Planet Fitness, you're not going to be inspired going to Planet Fitness versus going to a place like Boxer.
So what about your industry? There's a lot of men in the industry.
Oh yeah, gosh, yeah.
Is there a good amount of women in the industry, or are you like an outlier?
Well, I've been in the insurance industry for almost a decade. When I started in 2016, it was 92% men in the industry.
So it's going a little bit.
Yeah, it's changed. So insurance has gone pretty much virtual, like all across the board.
Yep.
So before that, it was in person, door to door, going into people's homes. I'm like walking out of people's homes at like midnight, like 1 a.m. sometimes. And that can be really uncomfortable for some women. And honestly, my parents, my friends are like, what are you doing? Like, you're in these not so nice areas. You're knocking on doors. You're coming home at like midnight, 1 a.m., like, carry mace. Like, are you going to be safe? Like that was the mentality when we were in person. And that definitely deterred a lot of women.
Yeah.
Now we went virtual. A lot more women are working with us. So my company actually is over 50% women now.
Wow, 50% women.
Yeah.
So you have some women-only teams, or there's women?
There are some women-only teams. I mean, I don't think we ever exclude, like, hey, we don't hire men. But naturally, women attract more women. So there are some teams that are pretty much all women, yeah.
You think women experience like different obstacles being in the insurance industry than men do?
I think
different
so.
Objections?
I mean, I don't think it's going to be different objections. I think we all handle, and face the same objections in the industry. I will say, I think women are naturally better at sales, especially in such an emotional close like life insurance. I think women naturally do better. Now, when it comes to men versus women, I just think women, I root for women all the time. I think women are more successful. More women need to get into sales. More women need to get into insurance. That's truly what I believe.
So if there's a young lady watching this right now, would you encourage her to look at this industry?
1,000%. If you want freedom, if you want financial freedom, if you want freedom in your time, if you want to work for yourself and not for somebody else, I would get into sales. I would get into entrepreneurship. I would get into insurance, especially like with what I do.
Yeah.
My company provides free leads. My company provides free training. We do everything. So all you have to do, obviously you got to get an insurance license. Everybody has to have an insurance license, like real estate. But after that, we take care of literally everything. So all you have to do is show up and just do exactly what everyone else does. Like, we have a script, we have a sales process, we have systems. You can watch the top closers close live time, and that's the best way to learn. It's like you can just watch how other people do it, and that is the secret. That's the recipe. And you just duplicate it.
So just plug
repetition.
So almost like plug and play.
It's plug and play.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people all the time. It's plug and play.
Is there an industry out right now that you think would be a good transition? Like if there's someone working in a whole different industry?
All of them.
So any industry they're in, it'd
Well,
be a good transition from
sales.
to,
Any sales
okay,
industry.
Any sales industry.
So the reason why is because life insurance, number one, we work from home. So there's so many door-to-door industries. Like, we're in 2025, almost 2026. Like, why are we still knocking on doors? No, like, let's work from home. Half the people on my team wake up, their commute to work is go around the corner to their office. Like, half of them are in their underwear, like bottom down. Like, you're in a Zoom meeting, face up. That's it.
Yeah.
So, like, why would you not want to do that? Why would you not want to work from anywhere? So, if, you know, door-to-door industries, like, I would say life insurance is the better move. Now, real estate as well. I came from real estate, you know, unless like you're seasoned, you have a like great book of clients, it's really difficult to start making it in real estate right now. Like, it's oversaturated.
Yeah.
The market is unpredictable, and the sale time is so long. You're going like months, if not at least a year, before you're making your very first paycheck. Car sales, yacht sales, you're limited there. Medical device sales, like, you're limited. You have a cap. Like, you're selling a physical product that somebody has to go and make. So if we saw during COVID, car salesmen, yacht salesmen, like, made significantly less because we couldn't keep up with the demand. Like, the supply couldn't keep up with the demand. Now, all of a sudden, you're at the mercy of a supply and demand, right? And so you could be the best car salesman out there, but if there's no inventory, you're not selling anything.
That's a fact.
So that's a great industry to come over. Mortgages, same thing, great industry to come over to insurance. And the reason why is because same thing, like, government changes, right? Interest rates suddenly change. All of a sudden, mortgage lenders are making significantly less than they were before. So, you know, those are kind of like what I would say. If you're in those industries, life insurance, it's a state-to-state regulated industry where the government is not going to come down, make a massive change, and all of a sudden people are making less money, no money, or changing our sales process. Life insurance is something that everybody arguably needs. It's an easy sales process. And then in addition to that, if you're in a company with good system, with good leads, with good mentorship, you're taken care of. And then you also have the ability to scale. Like, if you want to build a team, if you want to scale, you actually have the ability to do that, and you're making residual income. Like, all these other industries, you're not making residual income. You sell a car, you get paid one time. You sell a house, you get paid one time. You sell a life insurance policy, you get paid every single month for the rest of that policy's life.
That's true. That's a good fact. What about OnlyFans?
Oh, God.
Right? So on the way over here, a gentleman stopped you. He thought you were Kazumi, right? My question to you is, what if there's men, women that are in OnlyFans right now? You think insurance would be a great transition for them?
Absolutely. I mean, I think anybody can do insurance sales. Anybody can learn sales. I was a quiet, awkward, no friend, like, kid that decided I was going to get really good at sales. It was a decision. It was getting uncomfortable and then putting myself out there to learn the skills to get good. And then repetition. So there's no limit on who can come in here. But yeah, if you're in the OnlyFans industry, not to say there's anything right or wrong about it, like, to each their own, right? But if you decide that, hey, that's not what I want to do long term, absolutely, you can come into the insurance industry, be really good at it, just plug and play, learn our system, learn our script. That's it.
We'll be on time with that.
16 minutes.
Okay, all right. So I'll ask you one more question, and then we'll transition to the next location. All right. So what keeps you going? What's your motivational factors? You know, like what motivates you now? I assume is different from what motivated you before. Now you're successful. Now you're living in Miami. You're running a team.
Yeah.
Right.
What's going on? It's Brennan Boyd, and I want to tell you something. What you guys need to do is get in the room. Whether you want to learn how to leverage podcasting to take your business to the next level, or you want to learn how to structure and scale your offers, you need to get in the room and get in front of more people. The Podcast That Cash tour is where you need to be, and we're going to be heading to 14 cities. So I know there's one near you: Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, Boston, New York, Toronto, LA, San Diego, Oakland, Austin, Houston, Dallas. Pull up to the tour. Bring a friend. This is the #1 media and business monetization tour out there. Podcast at Cast Tour. Click the link below. Grab a ticket. Cannot wait to see you in the room. I want to meet you. I want to help you grow your business through media. I'll see you on the other side.
Well, when I first started to get into insurance, I just wanted to prove that I could not go to law school and make as much money as lawyers do. So I just wanted to make a six-figure income. Check that off my very first year in insurance. And then the goal was income. It was chasing income. And then for a little bit, it was also chasing growth and chasing status within my company. I'm a partner with the company now. Next, like for the last 2 years, I would say it's been trying to help other people get what I get. Because honestly, like I'm really content with my life. Like I have a great life. I make really good money. My residual income's really good. I have great support system. I have great network. Like I'm really happy with my life. And if I wanted to retire, I could. But throughout the couple of years that I've been in leadership, I've seen what this opportunity has done for other people I've introduced to this opportunity, that I've mentored, that I've led. I've seen somebody, this guy Zach on my team started with me at 19 years old. By the time he's 23 or 24, millionaire. No college experience, was working at a restaurant bar before I met him, just worked his tail off, followed a system, super coachable, great leader that we've developed over time. And I've seen it change his life. I've seen this girl, Jennifer, she was a nanny before working with us. Now, this coming year, she's probably going to make $1 million in 2026. Like she's on track to do so. She's won multiple awards, like walk stage, and I've seen how it's changed her family's life. Same thing, like she was a nanny, like she wasn't doing anything. And she was couch surfing during COVID, like didn't even have her own apartment. Now she has this great apartment out in Kirkland, Washington, has a great life, travels the world. She's crushing it. So what I want to do, my goal is to change as many lives as possible. It's not even about me anymore.
I like that a lot. So you want to make more six-figure, seven-figure earners?
Yeah, that's it.
Dope. So you down to check out some more matcha?
Let's go to the next spot.
Let's get it. Is your podcast still not monetized? Apple has over 2 million podcasts on their platform, but only 450,000 of them are active. The truth is 90% of podcasters quit before episode 10, and of the remaining podcasters, only half of them really know how to get money. And they rely on brand deals, sponsorships, and a large audience. So if you're really ready to scale your podcast to 100K, click the link below, book a call, and let's see if you're a good fit for the program. All right, so we got another spot.
Yep.
Matcha
They
this time?
claim best ice cream in town.
We're not getting ice cream though.
We're not getting my ice cream.
I'm gonna have to try that
I'm gonna
next
take their
time.
word for it.
All right, so it looks like they got hella options for the matcha.
Ton
What you
of
gonna do?
options. All right, I think I'm gonna try it with some syrup this time. I'm gonna do that ube one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do the ceremonial.
All right, cool. What do you want to get?
Can I do a ceremonial matcha with almond milk, iced? And then I'll also do the ube iced matcha with almond milk.
And a ceremonial with milk, right?
Yeah.
We gotta get one for the cameraman too.
Yeah.
You getting ice or you getting hot? You want ice?
Yeah.
Almond milk, oat milk, what? Okay. And then could we get a ceremonial iced oat milk?
Two.
Yeah, two of them.
Yeah.
Almond, two.
Almond milk. Yeah.
You want oat or almond? Almond, yeah. And then I want to do a I'm gonna get let me get the ube.
Ube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
No, I'm getting
One
one too.
more.
Yeah, one more.
Okay.
We're gonna end up with 5. Yeah.
Okay. I have two ceremonial matcha with almond milk and
Yep.
another ube corn matcha with almond too.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna get a hot ube.
Hot ube.
Ube.
Okay. I got it.
Okay, got you.
That's it?
No, you got the almond milk? So
Yeah.
almond also? Okay. And then let me try that pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Yeah.
And you want that one hot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almond too?
Yep.
I have
Actually, you know what? I'll try the pumpkin ice.
ice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try the pumpkin ice. We'll switch it up.
Okay, I have 5 matcha.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. The first ube corn matcha with almond,
Yep.
right? And then second, 2 ceremonial matcha with herb.
All right, so we really checking out the matcha. So we got 5 matchas this time. We got 2 ubes, we got a pumpkin, we got 2 ceremonials. If I open this spot, I'll probably say it too. Day 1, best
Yeah.
ice cream in Florida. Because it makes people want to, it's a talking
Yeah,
It's gonna
it
get,
makes
it's gonna
you
get,
try
yeah,
it.
it's gonna get the conversation going. All right.
Fair.
So you think this is gonna be better than Big Face or what?
Well, you know what? This is gonna be different because this one I'm actually trying it sweet. The last one I did no sugar whatsoever.
Yeah.
This I'm doing syrup. So
Okay. All
we
right.
shall see.
All right. So we got the second matcha spot.
Dasher and Crank. They claim to have the best ice cream in all of Florida. Don't know. We're not gonna test that today, but one day we will.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. So we couldn't
Matcha
decide.
flight.
Yeah. We couldn't decide. So I got the hot ube matcha, and I got this pumpkin situation. Pumpkin matcha.
Iced.
Yeah.
I got the iced ube with almond milk.
All right.
And I got the classic, the ceremonial matcha.
Okay.
Now, the only thing that's going to maybe be an unfair playing field between this and Big Face is that one I did no flavor, like no sugar, nothing. Just wanted to taste. This is all sugar, so we will see.
All right, so I think we gotta take the glasses off on this one.
Let's do it.
Make it make sense. All right, so
We're gonna try this one first.
all right.
Mix it up. I think the syrup's all on the bottom. Give it a good swirl. All right, cheers.
This is popping.
This is good. It's actually not sweet. It's not really sweet.
Yo, this is really good.
This is really good. Okay.
And now we both got ubes, but
This looks like it's gonna be really sweet.
you got iced
I got ice.
and I got hot. This is definitely very soothing with a hint of ube.
I like that the ube is not super sweet.
Yeah,
It's not
sweet.
like overly sweet. It's got a little bit of sweetness. Okay, this is pretty solid.
All right, so
What do we rate it?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
8?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.
What did you give Big Face?
Big Face. I'm gonna give Big Face like a 7.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is this an 8 and Big Face is 7?
I think because of the different options.
Yeah.
All right, so Big Face just has the one option. They do have a couple of
They had
different
like strawberry, they had lavender. We
yeah,
just
for
didn't
like
try
for
those.
flavors.
Yeah.
But this one has, I mean, well, first off, I do like the fact that you can kind of see. I think seeing the colors
Yeah.
is a good experience. And then, you know, they got the ube, they got coconut, they got pumpkin. I think they have blueberry, strawberry,
Yeah.
and they got regular.
And they have a lemonade one too here.
Yeah, so there's just a lot of options.
Yeah.
So I think if we're comparing matcha to matcha,
Yeah.
I think this place has more options for matcha.
Yeah. I agree.
But Big Face got the aesthetic.
They do have the
They
aesthetic.
got the vibe. They got
Yeah.
the merch.
I gave them an 8.5. I am repping the hat. I will say this is probably, I guess I'm pretty generous. I would probably say a 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was going to be very sweet. I tried the ceremonial one. This one is not a lot of sugar. It's not super sweet, but you can still taste like the tea, the matcha flavor, the earthiness of it. And the ube one was actually surprising because this looks like it's going to be really sweet and it's
Yeah.
not.
Got you.
So it's like subtle. I like it.
Okay, so you're giving it a 9.
Yeah.
I'm giving it an 8.
Yeah.
Big
They
Face.
have a ton of options though. I'm excited to try their ice cream one day on one of
Yeah.
my carb days. Yeah. But Big Face aesthetic wise,
Yeah.
like that is like aesthetically like I would
Big Face is a spot. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing?
yeah.
Let's go to Big Face. Let's catch
Yeah.
a meeting. Let's get something to drink. Let's catch a vibe.
Yeah.
It's definitely a spot that you feel like you want to be at, want to chill at, and obviously have a
Yeah.
matcha or whatever.
They have great merch too.
Yep.
I would wear their stuff. All right.
All right, cool. So let's get to the real conversation. So you've been successful in business. You're definitely comfortable being uncomfortable. I
Yeah.
mean, you mentioned
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You moved hella times. I think you move enough for multiple people in life. There's people that never leave where they're from.
No.
There's people that leave where they're from, maybe go to one place.
Yeah.
You've been to 11 different places.
In
Did you
8
ever
years.
live out the country or just all in the States?
No, I mean I travel a lot, so I've been to 28 countries. Never actually lived outside of the country. I've been places for like a month at a time, but never actually lived. That is on my bucket list is to be uncomfortable, go to a different country like Italy, and be there for like not just like 1 month, but like 6 months, and be part of the culture, learn the language. I want to do that. That's on my list.
I would agree. I don't know what country that I would want to live in, but I definitely want to live out the country. And you've been to Japan. I want to go to Japan. Haven't been yet. What, you like Japan?
I love Japan. So I went to Tokyo. I spent most of my time in Tokyo, but the hidden gem of Japan is actually Kyoto. So Kyoto used to be the capital of Japan before Tokyo, and it's more traditional. Tokyo's like a big city. It's very, I guess, modern. Technology is really high. Like you have so much tech in Tokyo. It almost feels like you're in New York City.
Okay.
It is the most densely populated city in the world. Kyoto, you see the temples, the bamboo forests. You feel like you're in Japan.
Gotcha.
Where in Tokyo, you almost feel like you're like, oh, I'm in, a movie or a video game.
Gotcha. So you got to go to Kyoto.
Kyoto, yeah.
What about relationships? What's that been like for you?
Oh man, we're gonna open Pandora's box, aren't we? Okay,
I mean, when I first met you, you was in a relationship. Matter of fact, you was engaged.
I was engaged. That was my second engagement, actually.
Oh, the second one.
Yeah.
Got you. So you taking shots, but you ain't hit one yet.
Yeah, no. I have not hit the jackpot yet.
Got
Broken off 2 engagements.
So you physically broke off the relationship.
I broke off 2 engagements. I was the one that physically broke both of them off. I was engaged twice in 13 months, and I broke off 2 engagements.
Wait, hold on. You was engaged twice within 13 months?
Within 13 months.
Okay. All right. With 2 different people?
2 different guys.
Okay. So when you came off the first one, how did you get into the second one so quick? Did you already know the second person? Or
No,
okay,
I
this
did
is kind of
not.
how it went.
Yeah, so I got off the first one. Really was not hoping to meet somebody so fast. And once I broke off that engagement, it was like a week later. Met the guy. And on paper, everything aligned. Like also an entrepreneur, also very ambitious, works out. Like on paper, everything was perfect. And for me, I'm like, maybe this is God giving me like a sign where it's like, you walked away from something that didn't serve you. Here's like the gift that you need to take. And I'm like, okay, well, everything is perfect. Who am I to say no?
Okay.
And my personality, and this is in sales and business and relationships and friendships, I am like an all in or all out type of person.
Gotcha.
It's like all or nothing. You get 100% of me every single time in everything that I do. I will not commit to anything unless I'm ready to do 100%. It went really fast. We got engaged after 4 months, and that was probably like.
So you met the person,
Yep.
and then you got engaged 4 months later. So that means you
Correct.
only know him for 4 months?
I only knew him for 4
Okay,
months
gotcha.
when we got engaged. Yeah,
Gotcha.
but we got to know each other really, really fast.
Yeah, I mean the more time you spend with somebody, it builds up pretty rapidly.
Right.
It's not the same 4 months.
No. And like asked a lot of intentional questions. Patrick Bet-David, you know who he is?
Yep.
Yeah, so he has a PDF. It's called 50 Questions to Ask Before Engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went through that, plus asked each other at least like 200 other questions, like really hard questions, and all the questions align. So I'm like, okay, well, this person's aligned with me. Like that's the biggest thing in a relationship.
And that seems very intentional.
Yeah,
a lot of people I feel like don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened? Well, first of all, before we get to the second one, what happened to the first one? How did you even get to the second one?
Well, the first one, I was in a 4.5-year relationship. I don't like to talk poorly about people, but I think what happened really was we moved to Miami, and I will say Miami is the problem. Miami is a beautiful city, but it's also called Vice City for a reason. You come here and everything's so transactional, it can be, and there's a ton of access.
Yeah.
When I came down here with my first ex, we were going out a lot, like partying, like, drinking, clubbing, like chasing that next festival.
So you were just enjoying
in
the
that
city.
environment. In that environment. And I think when you're surrounded by people that, either are single or a lot of the times in relationships, but not having integrity in their relationships, and you see that constantly, it almost, I think it can make you want to step outside of your relationship. And that is what happened in the first one. There was some infidelity that had happened, like it went on for a little bit. And for me, I'm a person of value. Like I know that. I also know like morals are really important for me. Like I don't really trust to work with people that cheat on their significant others. Like integrity is so important to me. And I cannot fathom spending my life with somebody that would step out of, a relationship, whether you're drunk or not, that would do that, because your spouse is the most important person in your life, right? So you can't build a future. We were also in business together. You can't build a business. You can't trust the person that you're building your life, your business, your family with, if there's no honesty, there's not a foundation of respect, if there isn't transparency, if there isn't loyalty. So I walked away from that relationship. That was what happened with the first one.
Gotcha. So 4.5 years, came down here. Miami became a variable.
Miami.
And then Miami was like, So you broke that up. And then a week later, you meet somebody new, move pretty fast.
You know what? I'm just gonna go for the complete opposite guy.
Oh, so this person was completely opposite of.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So completely opposite, looks wise. I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's the drinking, it's the partying, it's the vices. Maybe that's the problem. So I started dating a guy that was, when I met him, 3 years sober. Goes to bed early, goes to the gym, has his own business, all the things that this guy didn't have. And I'm like, okay, well, these are two completely different people.
So what happened with this one?
So first 9 months were really good. And then the latter 9 months, same thing happened. Same cheating, same, Miami access. And both of them, funny enough, ironically, cheated on me the exact same way.
How?
Well, Miami, and I'm sure it's available everywhere in the US or the world, has this one thing that I think, this one dating site that a lot of people are on. It's very transactional. It's called Seeking Arrangements.
Okay, yeah. I think it's everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's everywhere,
yeah.
but it's really big in Miami.
Yeah.
And both of them, I ended up catching on that site.
How did you go on the site?
I didn't. I actually found out going through their phone.
Oh, okay, got you. So did you have some type of inclination? Is that why you went through the phone?
Yeah, so for me, it's either I give you 100% trust until you give me a reason not to.
Makes
so
sense.
In both instances, different women had reached out to me first. And then I'm like, okay, now you're showing me that I can't trust you. And so at that point, I went and verified everything on my own.
Got you. So do you now reach out to the owner of Seeking Arrangements and get a percentage of the company?
I should.
Because you know they're getting some business.
And they're getting some business.
That's like the big play right there.
Yeah.
It's all right, cool. You know what? I'm gonna own the company.
Give
now.
me a cut.
Give me a cut. Give me a cut. So let me ask you this. In both of those situations, not blame you at all.
Yeah.
But what do you feel like your role in our relationship? Not saying that you caused any of their behavior, but do you see any parallels with how you were in either of those relationships? Obviously, men, people are gonna make their own decisions.
Yeah.
But were you acting the same in a relationship? Did you act totally different in the new relationship versus the previous one?
I was very different. In the first relationship, I met the guy when I was, I think, 24 years old. So I was really young, and I was, in parts of it, immature. I definitely did not have the emotional intelligence in the beginning of that relationship, where I was a reactive person. Arguments were he's chaotic, loud, didn't talk to each other for 2 days. In the new relationship, I learned a lot from the past one for being in it for 4.5 years. Had a ton of emotional intelligence. I will say in my last relationship, I behaved the best I've ever behaved in my entire life. But that's growth, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Where I had a lot of grace and patience and understanding. Even tried to help him through it once I found out. But then it was just manipulation, oh, I'm gonna change, then you don't, and it was just at that point disrespect.
Well, I would have to say if you're willing to work with the person through, let's say, that infidelity or just through obstacles, that also shows a lot about some of your characteristics.
Yeah.
Because I feel now, in today's time, a lot of people just find an excuse to just break up with somebody, or they're not willing to work through things and ride it out.
Yeah.
It sounds, getting in a relationship, getting married, getting engaged, or being with someone sounds very convenient.
Yeah.
But I don't know if people nowadays are willing to go through something that could be, tough. Because I feel that's where you actually gonna see the character. That's where you're actually gonna see if someone's really about you. Because what if you really got sick?
Yeah.
Is that somebody willing to really stick it through? Or whether it's maybe like a big situation in the family, or
Yeah.
maybe just an unforeseen situation. Is that person really going to be there? Can you trust that person? Can you have a conversation? Are they going to be patient?
Yeah. To an extent, I will say. I think it's important to try and understand why somebody's behaving that way.
Yeah.
And I think in both situations, there's like some deep-rooted trauma deep down there that they need to go and figure out on their own. I definitely tried, but I will say also from this, but like my perspective is what you tolerate, you actually promote.
Enable.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
promote, you enable, because then they're like, okay, like I got away with this. She didn't leave. Or, she gave me grace, gave me patience. Like, she stuck around. And so then it was like, okay, well, then it happened again. I'm like, okay, well, is this like behavioral? Is this, are they actually actively trying to change? And then eventually it just got to the point where I'm like, okay, now you're just getting better at lying.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what have you learned from those situations? And where's your faith in like dating in Miami right now? Or just dating in general? Is it Miami? Is it dating?
I think environment is really important. I think that's a factor in everything. And I think Miami is a place, and I think it is rated like one of the worst cities to date in.
I think LA is pretty tough too.
LA's probably up there. But I think Miami is really tough just with like the access. It's, it is Vice City, and we do have strip clubs that never close, and we do have probably more OnlyFans people than anywhere else. So I think it's just the environment. But I won't say like for me, I know there's somebody out there. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I'm never gonna find my husband in Miami, because there's at least like one good person. Like there are people that go to church, there's people that have good morals. There, you just have to find the right people. So I still have faith. For me, I actually genuinely believe. So I go to church.
Yeah.
I have a strong relationship with God now, and in my faith, like I've reconnected this year. And I genuinely believe that I'm meant to be single in this phase, this season of my life, for what I'm trying to do. I think the reason why is because a lot of the times when I'm in a relationship, I put the relationship and the other person before everything else, before myself, before my business, before everything. And it's like I live and I serve for that person. But I think in the season, for what I'm trying to build, where I'm trying to scale, like where I want to get my business to, I genuinely believe that I need to be selfish and put myself first. And I read this quote online where it said, it was like you prayed for peace and God removed the chaos out of your life. You just didn't know the chaos had names.
That's crazy.
And I think God genuinely like actually removes people out of your lives when you don't need them anymore. And it sounds selfish, but in both relationships, it wasn't all bad. Like I learned a lot, I grew a lot, and they helped me through a lot in my business, in my life, in my mental, and in a lot of my life. So I am grateful for that. I don't ever look back and I'm like, I regret being with that person. There are some negative things that, I wish didn't play out the way that it did, but I don't regret it, because I think God puts people in your life for a reason, for a season, and then eventually when that time is up, he removes them.
Yeah, for sure. Bars. You know what I'm saying? All right, so what are like 2 or 3 things that you got out of those relationships that you would share that you felt like really helped you grow?
I think it's easy to have trauma in relationships and you bring that baggage into the next relationship. So when I got out of that first engagement, I could have gone into the next one being like, okay, well, I was cheated on, men are not faithful, I need to be like hyper cautious, I need to go through everything. No, like I went into that new relationship with a clean slate. You got all of my trust. I was still fully honest, fully transparent, gave 100%. Every relationship with every single person is different, and you can't take what happened in one relationship and expect it to happen in the next. And if you go into that, then it's going to almost like attract that same behavior. Now, there are going to be people that maybe are not meant for you, or maybe they have internal trauma or healing that they need to do personally, and it's not your fault if they act wrong or misbehave. But it doesn't mean that every single person you meet is going to be like that, and you can't have that mentality.
I mean, I think you said it right there. I would definitely agree, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate today's interview. I feel like, we talked about you growing, you getting into the industry, right? You moving to all these places, right? So a lot of fearlessness there. Obviously, you've been very transparent about your relationship and your growth and what you want to do in terms of helping to inspire more people to be successful in the industry. So I think we kind of touched on everything.
You know my whole life. I'm an
Yeah.
open book now.
Is there anything you want to leave the people with?
I'll leave you guys with, I guess, a quote. Just, a little motivation.
Okay.
So it's really easy. Like, life is hard. Like, life can be really hard, but it's really easy to be stuck in fear. Everybody fears like the unknown. Like you're fearful of these things. And most of the time, like your fears, I fear that I'm not going to be successful, or I fear that I can't make it in this business, or I fear going into the new relationship, or I fear this person's going to cheat on me. And that fear can overcome you, but it's not anything that is tangible or that you see most of the time. Like most of the time, the fear is in our head. It's mental, right?
Yep.
So instead, my mentality is to have faith over fear. And what I will leave you guys with is there's a quote that says, faith and fear both require you to believe in something you can't see.
Facts. I mean, how I look at it too, and just to add on what you're talking about is, when you go home at night, do you see home? Nope, you don't. You might know that home's there.
Yeah.
Right? You might be like, oh, I'll be home in 30 minutes, but you don't see home. So you have to have faith that, okay, I'm gonna go this way. I'm not gonna get in no accidents. It's gonna be smooth. And no matter when I get home, I'm gonna arrive home.
Right.
And I'll be upstairs in my bed.
Yeah.
But no one ever knows or sees that they're gonna arrive at their destination. But you trust, I'm gonna get in the car, I'm gonna get on the train, I'm gonna take this plane, I'm gonna just be there. But for some reason, people don't relate that to like business or to success or to the things that they want. It's like, it's different all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But when it's like, yo, I'm about to go home, it's like, oh yeah, I know that I'm gonna get home.
Yeah.
So I feel like if people just use that same mentality, just add it to the things that they want, they'll achieve those things.
Positivity attracts more positive things, positivity into your life. Negativity attracts more negativity in your life. And we were talking about this in the car earlier, where your day is still 24 hours.
Yeah.
You have the same shit, the same problems, the same stress, the same people in your life, whether you choose to be positive or negative. And if you choose to be positive, you are more likely going to succeed, win, hit your goals, be happy. And if you choose to be negative, that's the only thing that you're going to have in your life.
Listen, I guess we got to end right there. Listen, Jessica Chang went crazy on today's episode. We had a lot of matcha. So we got a little bit of caffeine.
We're over-caffeinated.
Thanks for checking out this episode. Where they need to go if they want to learn more about you?
My Instagram is It's Just Chang.
That's it?
It's Just Chang.
Okay,
That's
all right,
it.
listen, we'll make sure it's below. Thank you guys for checking out this episode, and we'll see you on another one. Peace. Is your podcast still not monetized? Apple has over 2 million podcasts on their platform, but only 450,000 of them are active. The truth is 90% of podcasts quit before episode 10, and of the remaining podcasts, only half of them really know how to get money. And they rely on brand deals, sponsorships, and a large audience. So if you're really ready to scale your podcast to 100K, click the link below, book a call, and let's see if you're a good fit for the program.